What a difference a day makes. Whoa, let's talk about it. Yesterday, brr, today going to be in the 40s in the temperature wise department. Let's talk about ways to keep warm, either zero cost or very low cost. Back in a minute. Whoops. There goes my technical problem. So I'll just jump right into the show. Hi, this is Jan. I'm from New York City, and I love, love, love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. And welcome to an unexpected show for this Sunday morning. There you go. Oh my word. Yesterday was extremely cold here in the New York City area, New York upstate area, and a lot of areas across the country. Like not just regular cold, but extreme cold. Okay. I don't even want to get into it. When I woke up, it was just 8 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty darn cold. Combine that with the wind chill factor, it had to have felt much less than that. Okay, that's Saturday's story. But what's predicted for Sunday, and that's the day that you're listening to this, I'm recording this actually on Saturday, but I've been told that on Sunday it's supposed to hit the 40s. So there you go. Oh my word. So I want to talk about a few very inexpensive ways that I kept myself going because when I woke up Saturday morning, it was like, what? It just was like a piercing cold. And mind you, we've had heat here. It's not like there's been no heat. The heat has been on. Heat has been on continuously. So it's such an abnormal kind of cold, such a biting chill, such a biting wind that everything, any little draft one may have, you're going to feel the effect. So whenever you know there's going to be a kind of day like that, here's some really, really easy tips to remember. If you are blessed enough that you're probably going to be home that day, then you might consider making that day the day that you do some batch cooking. Hello, you get to be close to your stove, close to your oven, and do a few things. Now, this is a day that I said, I'm not just going to make my soup like I might normally do and do it in a slow cooker because that's so simple and easy, but it doesn't really throw off any heat. In this case, I'm going to let my soup stay on a nice, low, slow simmer to keep that moisture in the air. And so, because I have noticed that when you feel like a lot of dry air, that seems to enhances the discomfort of being cold because it's not that you're just cold. You feel like the cold air is also like a biting sort of a dry air. And that could contribute to a lot of feelings of in my opinion anyway, in my case, maybe some discomfort, like nasal discomfort, things of that nature. So for me, it also warms up the air because you are extracting some steam heat, literally steam heat coming from the simmering slow boil soup. So it's a great idea. That's why you say mom and pop and grandpa and great grandma made things like soups and stuff like that. These are the perfect type of days to do that. Batch cooking also that includes using your oven, for example. Utilizing your oven because you get to batch cook is another excuse to warm up your kitchen on a very, very blustery, cold day, extremely cold day. So utilize cooking in your kitchen, make it useful, and you're also keeping yourself warm. The next logical thing, of course, is to dress in layers. Yes, dress in layers, even if you're home. Because even if your home or apartment is less than stellar as far as keeping warm, if it's really, really chilly, by all means, put on that extra sweater. Go ahead with it. I was wearing my, this is the truth. Actually, as I'm recording this, I'm wearing my furry leopard looking, you've seen me in it, and it has an attached hoodie. It was so chilly overnight last night. I kid you not. I actually fell asleep on purpose with that hoodie over my head because they say when your head is uncovered, when it is extremely cold, you're actually losing a whole ton of percentages of body heat. Some people say even up to 80% of your body heat is lost through your head. That's what they say. But I'll tell you one thing, when you do put on like a little bit of a hat, you have one of those woolly hats, the coverall kind of hat, don't be embarrassed because you're in your own house. Do anything it takes to keep warm. What does it cost to wear a hoodie or a hat? Zero. If you have it, put it on. If you don't have those things, I strongly suggest that you put on a bunch of thin layers as well so that your underneath skin can breathe. So if you have thin shirts, wear multiple amounts of those thin shirts. Anything that it takes to warm up. The next thing that I also did, I just kept drinking, sipping tea and my hot chocolate all day long, keeping myself hydrated with the warm drinks. It really, really helps. The next thing that I did, I kept very keeping and still because the day is still ongoing, very busy. I got on my little exercise thingy and I got on there for close to an hour. Keep yourself circulating. Keep your blood circulating. That very, very much helps in keeping warm on a chilly day. Next, look around for like little drafts. And here's the thing, this is what I do sometimes. Literally, it might sound silly, but I might take, let's say, a couple of those trash bags and just put it at the base of a window temporarily. I'll put it at the base of the window to help block out some drafts. It actually helps. You can put some paperweights against the window with the black trash bag type thing. And here's another project that anyone could do. And I didn't make it this year, but you know what? I will make one for the next time it gets cold like that. Every year, I like to make a little bit of a door snake. You know what a door snake is, right? A door snake is, let's say you have a pair of, let's say, leotards or pantyhose, something in that nature, and then you cut out the leg portion of it, and then you fill that up. You could fill that up with some leftover rags or fabric or even newspaper if you want. It's been known to work. Or the best one I think is like any sort of a like foam. Like if you have like some foam left over from an old pillow or whatever, anything you could stuff that with, and then you tie a knot at the end of it. You wrap it up in another cloth to make it look pretty to match your decor of your home or apartment, if you like, and you put that door snake. You could use it either on your actual window sills. You really very helpful to block drafts, or literally at the base of your entry door. That's where a lot of drafts happen, and people don't realize. So blocking drafts, is a very important thing to do, along with dressing in layers. Even if you're dressing in layers inside your home or apartment, you just don't care about that. If you don't have to have an exercise cycle to stay busy and exercise. Just literally put on some music and start dancing. Get creative. Watch movies of, let's say, of a beautiful day on the beach. Think of anything but shivering, biting, cold temperatures. And the beauty part is that we know that this is not a forever thing, and we know that it's going to get better. But while you're going through the throes of it, you could take these free or low cost measures. Another trick, old fashioned, still works, tried and true. Don't hesitate to make a purchase. Who still out there has an old fashioned hot water bottle? Anybody out there keep a hot water bottle? You could still buy them, they still exist. It's not like something from grandma's day that no longer exists. You could still purchase a hot water bottle. My mother preferred working with a hot water bottle over using a heating pad. This was just her personal choice. And I see the merit in it because let me tell you something. When we were going through the throes of Superstorm Sandy and we had a power outage for like a good week, we were at the time of the year where you just need to start using steam heat. So it was like, yeah, it was starting to get cold. And of course, my mother was a senior at that point, and she would get cold very easily. But then I realized something, that even though the power went out, the electric went out, there was still a gas boiler in the building, so I still had hot water going on, and the light bulb went off. I couldn't stand watching my mom shiver, no matter how many blankets I gave her while she was shivering. I said, aha. So I ran to the good old fashioned hot water bottle. And remember this, when you can't use electric, if you could somehow get your hot water bottle with some hot water in there, then you got yourself some a little bit of a heating device. That helped her sleep much more comfortably. So I would make my mom a few of those hot water bottles, and it got us through those very, very chilly nights. And those nights were very, very chilly. And I'd say, okay, Mom, do you mind letting me borrow that hot water bottle for a while? And then I would fill up that good old fashioned hot water bottle. This is something you should buy. I really believe it. Even in 2023, it doesn't hurt to keep. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like a red rubbery looking thing with a neck on it, of which you fill it up with literally hot water and you close it up. And people would use that if they had a backache or any sort of ache of pain, your arthritis acts up. We just want to stay warm. I think that's what people probably did back in the good old days. There you go. Good memory there. So there are cheap and frugal and easy ways to keep warm even in the toughest of circumstances. So hey, let me know, what do you do that's cheap and frugal that helps keep you warm during those bitter, unexpectedly bitter cold days. And by the way, before I go, March is next month. This is February at the time of this recording. March in this part of the world is a very tricky month. It could come in like a lion and leave like a lamb, or it could be both, or it could be neither. I've had some Marches here where we had severe blizzards, severe blizzards. We've also had some the biting winds from March winds. Oh my word. It could be very, very chilly, and still and all, I could enjoy a hot bowl of soup even on a March night. So even though we think March and spring, not around here, it could be pretty, pretty blustery and pretty, pretty chilly at that. Well, may everyone stay warm and toasty. Let me know how you keep warm on the inexpensive way, and I would really appreciate it. Let me know where in the comments section below. And don't forget to please click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye bye.